Hi, Anthony Isa here from Wippells Autos. Here we have our 2017 Suzuki Ignis MFGL. We've had a couple of inquiries upon this vehicle, so I thought that I'll do a little quick walk around and show you a couple of the features of the vehicle. So it's a 4-cylinder, 1.2 litre engine. Great little engine. It's got plenty of power in the car, lots of up and go. It's just a good all-round car. As you can see, we're doing a full walk around, so you can see that there's no dents upon the car. It's in a really good nick. Whoever's previously owned it has taken great care of it, and it's a one-owner vehicle as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go have a look in the boot in a second, and I apologise for the wind, it's a little bit windy today. Alright, let's have a look in the back here. As you can see, there's lots of room. It's a 267 litre capacity, so there's plenty of space. Even though it's in your smaller end of the car, it's still got a lot of room in there for all of your stuff. As you can see, we do have a spare tyre under here. It is a space saver. However though, all of the tools are kept underneath the tyre, so that way then they don't move around. Okay, now we'll close that back down. Now, if you do have some taller items that you need to put into this boot space, this partial shelf here does actually is removable. So that way then you can remove it and store taller items in. Now let's say you got longer items and you need to lie the seats down. Well, we can do that too. So just so I can show you, see this little plastic tab here? What we do is if we push the seat forward and then we hook that onto the seat, see how I've got it hooked on there? Now if we lay it down, it takes the seatbelt down with it. Now there's a reason why we do that, is that way so then if, let's say you park it in a tight garage and you can't really open up the rear doors to put the seats back up, you just grab onto the seatbelt and you give it a pull and it pulls it back up. Now it's pulled back out of there, so that way then it can go back into standard operation. Now let's say that you need to keep the seats down for a little while, but you don't want your seatbelts getting caught on anything or torn up or anything like that or damaged. What you can do is you can stick it actually behind this piece of plastic right here, and it puts the seatbelt up against the plastic, so that way then it keeps it out of the way. So that way then you don't get damage put onto the seatbelt anymore. So I'll quickly put the seat back up and then we'll go and around and have a look at the rest of the seat and have a look at the rest of the interior of the vehicle, okay? Alright, so there we are, we're back up. Now I'm going to make a quick note of one thing. So if you bust open the left side of it, you see that both the passenger and the left side passenger and the middle seat both fall forward. Now you can do the same with the driver's side, but obviously it's only the one seat that moves, not the middle seat. Okay, now you do have the child restraints on all three of the seats, so that way then if you do have two kids you can tie them down. If you have three and the child seats can fit, you can put all three in. Alright, now here's the rear seat. It's in great condition. There's no marks, there's no damage to the upholstery. It's in a marvellous condition. As you can see, the flooring is quite nice as well. The doors are still in great condition. They've got like a black and white theme going on in this car, and it's quite nice. Okay, let's have a quick look in the front. Okay, here we are at the front door card. So all four windows in the car are electronic. Now obviously only the driver's one is automatic, but the other three are still electronic as well. Now we can lock and unlock the car via this button here, and we can lock the windows so that way then the rear windows can't be opened unless you're in the front seats. Now this is your mirror control for both sides obviously. Now we do have the traction control right here. Traction control on and off. So now what I'll do is I'll quickly show you the seats and then we'll jump in. So both driver's and passenger seat are in marvellous condition. You cannot complain about those. Now let's have a little quick jump in here and we'll go through a couple of the settings that we have here as well. Okay. Now don't mind this little warning light. That's just the handbrakes. Look, I release the handbrake, it's gone. Okay, and I'll put it back on. Now let's go through a couple of the settings. So this is our dash. So we have the amount of Ks that are on the vehicle currently, which is 43,216 Ks. That's not that much considering it's 2017. That's a great amount of Ks to have on a vehicle. Now we can cycle through. So we've got trip A and trip B. That's just down here above where the Ks were. So that way then you can keep track of how far you're traveling through each fuel cycle. So we have a blank screen right here. That's standard. Now you can go into more information, which brings up instant fuel economy. Now we can click info again, bring up average fuel economy, bring up info again. Range is 121 k's, average speed 61 k's, and the amount of time that we've been driving the vehicle for. Now I've just reset that. Obviously we can reset it again, and we can go through and reset a couple of the other features as well. Now we do have our indicators in our right hand with our fog lights and our headlights as well. All right, now they're not automatic, so you do have to do them yourself, operate them yourselves. Now here we have the cruise control and the limit control, so it has both. So this one here is your cruise control. So if we press that button, you'll see that it pops up just up here at the top. So you can set it, reset it, cancel, and that still doesn't turn it off. To turn it off, we have to re-hit the cruise button again, and that turns it off. Otherwise, when you're driving along, you tap the brake and it releases the cruise control, but as you can see, I hit the brake, it doesn't deactivate. Okay, so now we have the limit. So we press on the limit and that pops up. So how your limit works is you get up to speed, you set your limit, and then it cannot go over that. So we can increase it from 30, and you'll have a hard time getting over. So let's say you set it to 60, you'll have a hard time getting over 60k an hour. Some cars don't allow it, some cars do allow you to get over it just a little bit, but we'd have to go out for a quick little test drive and see how it works. All right, so we'll deactivate both of those. On the left side here, we have our windscreen wipers, both front and rear. That is great on the left side there. Here we have our volume controls. We can go back and forth between radio stations, and we can also go through our music as well, of which I'll go through that in a minute on the head unit. Here we have our phone connection, so we can answer calls, we can hang up calls, and we can use the voice command to make calls as well. All right. Now here we have our head unit. It's a nice head unit. Now we do actually have navigation. So over here, continue. There's our navigation, which is always great to have. You can zoom out, you can look around, you can add into where you want to go as well. Now let's just go home for now. Now we do have phone connectivity, so we can connect up our phone as well and use our phone in the vehicle. Now we do have the connection as well, so that is a USB connection to your phone. So that is down here in our USB and AUX. You pop it open, there's the USB and there's the AUX. Awesome. Okay, now let's go over to the radio. So let's go into this radio. Now we do have, if you click up here, you do have all your different radio stations, FM and AM. And if you also want, you click on media here, you get your Bluetooth, your SD card, your iPod, USB and AUX. So we can easily go through whichever one we want. All right, okay, so now for this operation, you can just touch where you want, around abouts where you want your radio to be, and then you can just skip to where it is. So we're going to stay on this one now just to demonstrate a couple of the other features. So here we have our volume control on mode. As you can see, volume up, volume down. So click it up, we can go up, click it down, you can go down. Now, if you do also want to, you can click it up by pressing the touch screen here, and that will put it up, and then you can also go down by the same control. Now you do also have the function of using the slider. You can slide it up and you can slide it back down as well. All right, now this is your home button. Let's go back home. Now this is your speech button. So if you don't want your passenger pressing your speech button, but they want to make a call for you, they can press the speech button and make the phone call for you, which is perfect. We do have our aircon controls, exterior, interior, location around the vehicle, speed control, and the temperature. This is for your windshield. That's the demister for the front windshield. Rear windshield. Sorry, the demister for the front's here. So yeah, let's keep that. Let's keep it off. We don't need it on at the moment. Now, this is a 5-speed manual. If I put the clutch in, as you can see, it's quite smooth. It's not rough at all. It's very smooth flowing. Great to feel in a gearbox. You don't want it rough. Hand controller down here, released, pulled on. Now we do have a cup holder back here for the people in the back, and we do have 2 up here for us. Now let's have a quick look at the service logbook, so that way then you can see where the services are at with this vehicle. Alright, I'll quickly open this book up to the desired pages. Okay, here we have the first service completed. The 20,000 K, sorry, I think I skipped one. I did skip one. We got the 10,000 K service done, 20,000 K service completed. We've done the 30,000, we've got the 30,000 done and the 40,000 done. Now, the vehicle is only at 43,000 K, so we have another 7,000 Ks before we have to do the 50,000 Ks, which is great to know. That is awesome news. So, now, last thing we'll have a look at, we'll have a quick little look at the engine, see what it looks like. Alright, now, we have ran the engine this whole entire time. So as you can tell, it's dead quiet. Very nice, very clean, very quiet. Even with the bonnet open, it's still quiet. Perfect. Alright, great. Now, I'm great that you have come and watched this video all the way through to this point. If you'd like to know any more information about this vehicle, this video was made on the third day of the third month, 2021. Currently, it's still available on our lot here at Wippells Autos. Look forward to talking to you soon. See ya.